Hi there, this is Danielle Dunlop, and welcome to the Sweet November Stamps YouTube hop. During this hop, we're celebrating the new clear stamp release, and in my video today, I will be using the Milk and Cookie stamp set. I want to start apologizing for the fans you might hear blowing in the background. It's November, but it's still brutally hot here in the Caribbean. So we'll have to deal with some fans because I can't live without them yet. I started here with stamping my images on some masking tape, and then I fussy cut those. I need them to mask them to create my card. So I have the mouse here with the cookies. I stamped it on my card, and then I'm going to cover it with the mask I created. And then I'm going to add the other stamp of the mouse with the bottle and the glass. So the bottle is somewhat going to show up behind the other mouse and the cookie. I will be using this mask later on when I'm going to create my background. But first I'm going to color my images. In the meantime, let me tell you something about this YouTube hop. So we're celebrating the new release of Christmas clear stamps at Sweet November Stamps. And we would love for you to check out all the videos in this hop. Make sure you're following all the participants and like their videos. And we would love to hear what you think about our videos. And then the best part, you have a chance to win an amazing prize. So make sure you follow all the steps and you might be our lucky winner this time. So now I'll turn on some music. You can see in the video which colors I'm using to color my images here, and I'll be right back with you. So now that I have my images colored, I'm going to cover them up with the masks that I created earlier. I'm not the best at positioning them correctly, even though I've fussy cut them pretty good this time. It always takes me a minute before I have them perfectly in place. Next I'm going to do is create a border at the bottom, because the bottom part of my card is going to stay white. I like that clean look. And then I'm going to start some ink blending. So in the middle area, just around the images, I'm doing some Distress ink squeezed lemonade, because the lighter yellow color is going to make the images stand out more. And then more towards the outside, I'm going to make it darker. So next I'm using Distress ink Kitsch Flamingo to add some more pink. And I made one mistake here with my card, because usually when I want an ink blended background, I prefer to use some heavy cardstock by Ranger. It's even smoother than the Nina cardstock that I use right now. I use the Nina cardstock for specifically for my coloring. I find it works best with my Copic markers. But it's not that perfect. It works, but it's not the best for ink blending. Usually I like the Distress heavy stock cardstock when I use ink blending, but I didn't think ahead really when I started this card, so I'm gonna make this work. So after Distress ink Kitsch Flamingo, I'm going in with Distress ink Wilted Violet, and I'm trying to make a nice blend here. So like I said, it's a little bit harder work because of the cardstock. But if you go from your lighter colors towards the darker colors, and then from the darker you go back into your lighter ones, I find that the best way to get the nicest blend. I always love the reveal part when I take off the masks, because then you get a really good idea of what your card is gonna look like. And these mice are so adorable with their milk and their cookies. So now I can also remove the bottom tape, and I'm going to add my sentiment, which is also from this milk and cookies stamp set. And I'm going to place that right there below my image area, all the way on the left. Next, I'm going to use my heat gun and make sure that that whole ink blended area is completely dry. I don't always do that with an ink blended background, but the humidity is killing here. So right now, these hot months, I really have to do it with anything I create. Then I found that the edges of my ink blend, the purple, the lines were a little too harsh. And I like to have a smaller card front than the card base anyway. So my card bases are 5.5 by 4.25 inches. And then the card front, I like to do those at 4 inches by 5.25 inches anyway. So this way I got those harsh purple lines off, and I have a nice size for my card front. And to give it some more dimension, I like to use some foam tape to put it on my card base. I never really use a whole sheet of foam tape. I just do these 4 corners, 1 piece in the middle, and we're good to go. And for me, it always works best if I only remove 2 of those backing pieces of the foam. Then I can wiggle it around until I'm happy with the positioning. Then I stick that one side down, and then I remove the other backings of the foam tape. And that's how I find it easiest to center it. And what is a Christmas card without any glitter? So when I colored the cookies, I just didn't bother really with the speckles or sprinkles, whatever you want to call it, on the cookies. And I just continued to color all over it in the red and green. Because I knew I was going to cover it with some glitter anyway. So with the Quickie glue pen, I added some glue to those areas, and then I'm adding some glitter to it. Again, the humidity doesn't like glitter, so I have a lot of glitter sticking to my card. So with a dry brush, I just wipe the extra off. And then once the glue is dried, like it is now, I can just go entirely over it without losing the glitter on my card. I hope you enjoyed watching this card come together, and I also hope you're all such as excited as we are about this new release. So make sure you stop by every stop on this YouTube hop for a chance to win. Thank you for watching and see you next time.